Welcome to the topic number 3 review and answer key. Topic number 3 is focusing on how do scientists study the natural world. And if you need to go back and review additional day sheets, you're looking for day sheets 3 through 5. Specifically, how do scientists study the natural world is focusing on two main things. We're focusing on the term observation and inference. And for those of you who've already done a lot of studying and feel comfortable with this topic, you know that when we talk about observation, we're talking about two types. We're either talking about a quantitative observation or a qualitative observation. And we'll talk about the difference between the two when we get to that section in the review. All right, let's jump in and read the directions for the first part. The first part is asking you to classify the following as an observation or an inference. So let's talk very quickly about what the definition of an observation is and an inference to help us answer questions 1 through 5. If you remember, an observation is a way to gather information. So it's a way of gathering info using, and this is the key, your 5 senses. An inference, on the other hand, is simply an educated guess. But I want to be clear that you understand the relationship between the two. You cannot make an inference without first making observations. Okay, so observations come first, inferences come second. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's look at number 1. Number 1 says the fence is 4 meters high. So we just need to ask ourselves, can we figure this information out by using our 5 senses, or have we taken a leap and are we making a guess or a hypothesis about what we think might happen? And this is a straight up sentence. So the fence is 4 meters high. That's something that you can see, right? So you're using your 5 senses, so this is going to be an observation for number 1. For number 2 says the dog has long ears. Again, we just need to ask ourselves, is this something that we can gather by using our 5 senses, information that we can know by using our 5 senses, or is it an educated guess? And again, we can know whether or not a dog has long ears by either touching it or looking at it. So obviously number 2 is an observation. Let's look at number 3. The grass was wet because the sprinkler was on. Again, we might be able to feel that the grass is wet or see that, but we don't know why. So this is the part where we're making an educated guess. So because there's an educated guess tacked onto the statement, we're going to go ahead and say that this is an inference. Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says the fire alarm went off because Miss Cook was probably cooking again. All right, if I look at this statement, I know that the fire alarm going off is something that I can hear or maybe even see if it has a light on it. So this is the observation. But if I read on right here, we don't know why the fire alarm went off. We're making an educated guess that the fire alarm went off because I was cooking again. So because we have an educated guess there, we're going to go ahead and call number 4 an inference. For number 5, Miss Cook is a teacher because she likes working with children. Now, you might be able to gather information that I am a teacher by using your 5 senses. However, you don't know why I'm a teacher. That's an educated guess. So this part right here is because she likes working with children. We don't know that for sure. So obviously number 5 is going to be an inference. Looking down at our next section. For our next section, 6 through 10, we need to look at our next set of directions. It says, classify the following observations as either quantitative or qualitative. As a reminder, the word quantitative has the letter N in it. N stands for numbers. So any statement or any observation that has numbers in it is going to be quantitative in nature. Qualitative sounds like the word quality, and quality means no numbers or using words to describe something. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we can do with 6 through 10. For number 6, the dog weighed 57 pounds when he was last weighed. If I said that the dog weighed 57 pounds, notice that I'm trying to trick you because I wrote the number out in words, but it's still numerical information. So this is going to be quantitative in nature. Number 7, Miss Cook is wearing a red laboratory coat. Notice there are no numbers in this statement, so obviously this has to be qualitative. Number 8, there was 1 book on each desk. Again, I'm trying to trick you, but here's the number, so this is going to be quantitative. Number 9, Our biology class has completed 5 laboratories so far this year. Again, the number is easy to spot here, 5 laboratories, so this is going to be quantitative. Lastly, for number 10, goldfish live an average of 15 years when given a varied diet and are housed in exceptional conditions. Again, we have a number here, so obviously number 10 is going to be quantitative as well. All right, you guys. We've gone through topic number 3. Remember, if you have any additional questions or concerns, you can always go back and review day sheets 3 through 5. You're also welcome to go to Biomonster Cinema and the 3rd movie from the bottom, How Do Scientists Study the Natural World, Observation versus Inference. We'll also review all the differences and the basics concerning observation versus inference. All right, good luck.